This could be the moment that shifts the entire balance of power in North London, so stay with us because there is a lot to unpack. And here on Gunners Updates, we are breaking it all down in full detail. The breaking story dominating headlines is that Thomas Frank has officially been relieved of his duties as Tottenham Hotspur head coach. Reports emerged early this morning confirming that the club made the decision after what sources describe as an untenable situation behind the scenes and in the stands. Despite there still being figures internally who supported him and were reluctant to pull the trigger, last night's atmosphere and performance appear to have forced the hierarchy into action. The defeat, coupled with a toxic mood inside the stadium, boos ringing out when his name was announced, and more jeers at full time, painted a picture of a manager who had lost the backing of large sections of the fan base. Observers described it as a breaking point, with many feeling there was simply no route back. With a North London derby against Arsenal looming in less than 2 weeks, Spurs have acted now rather than allowing the situation to deteriorate further. The timing is dramatic, but perhaps inevitable. Reports suggest Spurs will now begin discussions over whether to appoint an interim or move quickly for a permanent successor. Names are already circulating, from Roberto De Zerbi, known for his attacking philosophy and strong tactical identity, to nostalgic links with former Spurs figures such as Harry Redknapp, Tim Sherwood, Robbie Keane, and even Jermaine Defoe in potential coaching capacities. The debate among supporters is intense, with many calling for a figure who understands the club's culture and can reconnect the squad with the fans. Spurs currently sit dangerously close to the relegation zone, just 5 points above it, and with only a limited number of senior players fit due to injuries, whoever steps in faces an enormous task. The atmosphere at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium has reportedly become strained, with home matches no longer feeling like an advantage. For Arsenal supporters watching closely, a managerial change before a derby often brings unpredictability, as new leadership can spark short-term reactions from players desperate to impress. However, instability can also expose deeper structural weaknesses. While Spurs deal with uncertainty, Arsenal continue focusing firmly on their Premier League title charge. The Gunners remain at the top of the table, although they missed the chance to extend their lead further after Manchester City's late victory over Liverpool. Former Arsenal defender Martin Keown has suggested that maintaining a manageable points gap rather than an overwhelming one may actually benefit Arsenal psychologically, keeping the squad grounded and focused instead of fueling premature title celebrations. Despite their strong league position, Arsenal are already planning strategically for the summer. Reports indicate that Mikel Arteta views AC Milan winger Christian Pulisic as a potentially ideal addition to his tactical system. With contract talks reportedly stalling in Italy and his current deal entering its final stretch, Arsenal are said to be monitoring the situation closely. Pulisic, who earns around £86,000 per week, has revived his form in Serie A and brings valuable Premier League experience from his time at Chelsea, where he registered 26 goals and 21 assists in 145 appearances. Arteta is believed to appreciate his versatility, direct running, and ability to operate across multiple attacking roles. However, questions remain about whether adding another forward could limit opportunities for Arsenal's emerging young talents. In midfield, Arsenal are also reportedly exploring ambitious options, including a potential move for Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. According to reports, discussions have taken place with representatives, and while Newcastle would demand a fee in the region of £100 million, Arsenal are evaluating whether Tonali could become the next evolution of the Granit Xhaka role under Arteta. Xhaka's transformation from a turbulent captaincy spell to a disciplined box-to-box presence remains one of Arteta's most notable successes. Tonali shares similarities in passing range, physical presence, and tactical intelligence, averaging around 85% pass completion and contributing solid defensive numbers. While not as prolific in front of goal as Xhaka became in his final Arsenal season, Tonali's profile suggests he could provide balance alongside Declan Rice, who continues to drive forward and influence games offensively. As Arsenal prepare for their next challenge against Brentford, former midfielder Paul Merson has made it clear that he expects the Gunners to prove too strong. Brentford's home form commands respect, but Arsenal's defensive discipline and composure under pressure have become defining traits of their campaign. With Manchester City pushing relentlessly, every fixture now carries enormous significance. Arsenal understand that consistency, concentration, and mental strength will define whether they lift the title. The coming weeks promise drama, tension, and defining moments at both ends of North London. If you want every update as it happens, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Gunners Updates.